Hi everyone, I'm Laura Godenik. I'm an astrologer and a therapist, and I'm here to give you the astrology for the weeks of June 29th through July 12th, 2026. So we just had the planet Mars move into the sign of Gemini, where it is co-present with the planet Uranus. There will be an exact conjunction between these two on Saturday, July 4th, but we will be feeling this energy until then as well. So Mars is a planet about action, how we take action, energy, initiative, drive. And in Gemini, we might be a little bit more on the negative, scattered, a little all over the place. On the positive, able to multitask and get a lot of things done, and very motivated to communicate with other people, coordinate with other people. Gemini is a very social, communicative sign. It's Mercury ruled. And as Mars comes into a conjunction with Uranus, planet of innovation, change, revelation, revolution, we might start doing things differently. We might try new things. The way that we have always done things, if it's not working for you or it hasn't been working for you, you might notice yourself just doing something else, trying a different thing, stepping outside of the box. Now, this is the positive of Mars and Uranus. This is often a moment of breakthroughs, a moment of kind of realizations that cause you to step outside of the box, like I said previously, and try something different if what you were doing before was not getting you the results you wanted. Now, Mars and Uranus does bring a lot of wild energy. This is definitely accident-prone astrology, so be careful and be mindful of yourself and your body in time and space. And it's also, a time that speaks to taking a risk, right? That's that whole kind of stepping outside of the box, taking a risk, harnessing your courage and confidence to do something that reflects more of who you feel you are. Uranus is a planet about authenticity as well. But yeah, just be mindful of that kind of wild card energy. Be aware that things could change at any moment. Uranus is a bit of a wild card planet, especially because these two planets are in the sign of Gemini, ruled by Mercury, who is stationing retrograde on Monday the 29th. So I want to return to Monday the 29th because this is, more immediate, happening tomorrow, Monday the 29th. So we have a full moon in Capricorn square Saturn and Mercury retrograde, or Mercury stations retrograde in Cancer, and Jupiter heads into Leo. So it's a huge day tomorrow. So we'll start with the Mercury retrograde. So Mars and Saturn conjunction happening on the 4th is ruled by a Mercury retrograde. So this means that you should be extra mindful that things might not go exactly as planned. Mercury retrogrades indicate reversals, taking things back, reviewing over something, things not working out, plans shifting. So give yourself plenty of time to get places. This can be about delays as well. And there's going to be a miscommunication or two or three in the mix there because that's just Mercury retrograde. But think about the miscommunications as opportunities to clarify what you actually mean or what you actually want, and try not to take anything personally. The person probably missed your email in their inbox or didn't see it or forgot to respond. Just give each other a lot of grace, give yourself a lot of grace during this Mercury retrograde. It's also a time to review and reflect on the themes of your Cancer house. So whatever house that is for you, you're going to be reviewing on those topics so that you can move forwards in a clear, more organized way at the end of this Mercury retrograde. It's likely you're going to be reviewing the past. It's likely you're going to be sorting through things. You're going to feel like you're maybe moving backwards or going a bit slow. It's not a time to really move forward with new plans. It's a time to reflect what plans you already have and what you've already done in the past, because that's what retrograde planets do. They take us back to the past. Mercury retrograde in Cancer is also going to have us reviewing and reflecting over family matters, home matters, and matters that have to do with emotional kind of attachment. It could be, that is, and family is included in that, but anyone who is or has been like family to you, or maybe a friend who you were really emotionally close to, or a teacher, or whoever, a grandmother figure. It could be someone who's like family, or who was like family. You might be reflecting on past relationships that were emotionally tied. You could be just very sentimental and going through your old stuff, old memories, photos, journals. It's a time to do so. Mercury in Cancer wants us to mentally think about the past. Cancer represents the past and memories, and be a little sentimental about it. So that is going to be the next 3 weeks, Mercury helping us to review and reflect and reroute. And then, like I mentioned, there's a full moon in Capricorn, the sign opposite of this Mercury retrograde, square Saturn. Now, the moon is not super comfortable in the sign of Capricorn. The moon wants to be comfy, cozy, secure, eat ice cream, anything that'll soothe, one's emotions and provide comfort and emotional closeness. And Capricorn is a sign about getting things done, being productive, and having your eye on the prize. So this might be a full moon where you are organizing yourself around your goals and thinking more about the long term. What do I want to accomplish in 5 years, in 10 years? Am I headed in that direction? Do I have the structures in place to be heading towards these more long-term goals? This full moon is square Saturn. And so Saturn is a planet about responsibility. It can be a planet about responsibility, a planet about what we have missed, what we need to do better at. It can be a planet about, being very thorough and detail-oriented and responsible. This might be a time where there's a wake-up call around something that you have been a little loosey-goosey around, or not as structured, or not as disciplined. Saturn is a planet about discipline and hard work and integrity. And this full moon is in Capricorn, which is Saturn ruled. Capricorn is also a sign about these qualities of integrity, responsibility, hard work, not missing things. And so this full moon, you might, feel like, oh man, I have been letting shit hit the fan in this area of life. I have not been very responsible here. I've been letting things slide. I need to clean up a bit. That's kind of the general vibe of this full moon. There's also maybe a feeling of a lot to get done. And also, Saturn and Capricorn have us thinking about what the essentials are, what really matters at the end of the day, who really matters, who's going to be there for you, what are the bare bone essentials of your life, and are you making those things important? Do your actions reflect that those things or those people are important to you? And so it helps us understand what's necessary and helps us recommit or commit in general to that which is most important to us. So good time to think about that as well tomorrow on the 29th of June. Now, finally, this is a huge day. Jupiter heads into Leo. It's going to be in this new sign for a whole year. It's exiting Cancer, which is the sign of its exaltation. Jupiter in Cancer, had us very protected in a way. Of course, not everything was going well in the world, of course. Obviously, there's a lot more to it and a lot more to astrology, and there's a lot more going on. But Jupiter in Cancer, there was a bit more of a protective factor, a little bit of a maybe people coming together to protect each other factor. Also a little bit more of an introverted kind of like protect home and hearth sort of vibe. Jupiter in Leo is totally different. It's a fire sign. It's a sign ruled by the sun. So we're going from protective to extroverted to loyal to confident Leo. And so Jupiter is helping us be louder about who we are. Leo is ruled by the sun, which is the luminary that reflects our light, reflects our sense of self. And so Jupiter in Leo is going to help us emanate more of how we are meant to shine here on Earth and what skills and talents we have to offer the world. So that'll be really lovely with Jupiter in Leo. We're really having a huge vibe shift as, Mars just left Taurus, also a yin earth, more introverted sign, headed into, entered Gemini, talkative, chatty, yang air sign. Jupiter's moving into Leo, which is also, kind of look at me, I'm on center stage sort of sign. And then we have Saturn in Aries, we have Neptune in Aries, we have Pluto in Aquarius. We have a lot of air and fire going on in the skies right now. So, right now, and then Venus is also in Leo as I'm doing this video. She will head into Virgo in the following week. But we are going to have a lot of yang energy. We're going to have the sun still in Cancer, Mercury still retrograding in Cancer. So there is a little bit of that sort of sensitive, introverted, protective energy with Mercury and the sun in Cancer still. But yeah, it's just a lot of fire, a lot of air energy. Okay, so Saturday the 4th, we have that Mars-Uranus conjunction. Sunday the 5th, Mars makes a trine to Pluto. This feels like taking powerful action, taking determined action, feeling very brave in what one does. It's a very determined sort of energy. It's a great day to get something, if you've been wanting to initiate or start a project, it's a great time to do that. Highly recommend. And then Monday, July 6th, we have the sun making a square to Saturn. So this might be a moment of needing to take some responsibility, kind of like responsibility over fun and play a little bit, needing to work hard at something. Remember, Saturn represents responsibility, hard work, discipline. Sun square Saturn might indicate like getting a no, maybe, it could, because the sun represents our vitality, it can sometimes represent our vitality dwindling or feeling a little tired, or there's a little bit of diminishment, I think that's the word, with our vitality. The way to use this energy is really to focus on a long-term goal. Saturn, once again, represents that. And don't take rejection personally. Don't take a no personally. Good time to practice saying thank you. If there's any sort of rejection sensitivity, just be aware that this is a day where you might get a no of some kind, and that's okay. Tuesday the 7th, we have Neptune stationing retrograde in Aries. That's not huge news because the outer planets are retrograde half the year, so just kind of mentioning it here. And then Thursday the 9th, Venus heads into Virgo, where she's a little bit more timid and shy about being seen, about her style, desires. Venus represents, or I should say, Venus helps us get our desires met. She helps us attract things, people, situations to us. In Virgo, she's a little, shall we say, challenged in this, just because Virgo is a little bit more meek and humble and maybe held back than what Venus would prefer. So yeah, that's where I kind of get these notions of being a little bit more timid or shy in relationships, or humble in our style, maybe not as expressive in our desires, be a bit more practical. Venus in Virgo is a good time to like organize your art supplies. If you do any art projects, good time to do things that involve your hands, like sewing, knitting, anything that is very detail oriented. great time for that. Great time to be in nature. And, Virgo is an earth sign. Gathering vegetables from the garden or fruits. Good time to clean your space, beautify your space. Virgo is a sign that really is about cleansing. And so Venus and Virgo can help us cleanse to experience more beauty and pleasure, whether that is cleansing your personal areas, your space, your room, your office, whatever, or even your body. It could be a good time to do some sort of cleanse if that's like something that you're into, or, start getting connected with some herbal teas, or I don't know, just start like a health protocol or a health regimen that will help you feel more beautiful in yourself because you're taking care of yourself. Virgo is a sign very concerned about taking care of themselves. And then Sunday the 12th, we have Mercury and the Sun making a conjunction. This is called a cazimi. When any planet enters the heart of the Sun, it's called a cazimi. And it basically illuminates that planet's essence or that planet's energy. And so Mercury represents the mind, and we've been reflecting on Cancer things and the things in the part of our charts that contain Cancer. We've been doing a lot of reflecting and reviewing, and this is our aha moment. This is our moment of realization, or a new understanding about that house topic and about those themes in general. So it's a really great day to do some journaling, some writing, some reflecting, talking with other people, sharing, and just take note of what has come up for you. Okay, so that is the astrology for the next couple of weeks. If you are interested in understanding how this astrology affects you more personally, I am available for consultations. Probably not this week or next week. I'll be out of town next week, but after that. And you can email me at consultation@lauragoodenick.com. You can comment in the comment box, and please like, subscribe, comment. I'd love to hear from you all, and I hope you have a wonderful couple of weeks. Take care.